Good. Let's do
Live,
it.
right?
1 second. Yep, you're live.
Oh, yeah, we are.
All right. Um, hello, greetings, all of our Mentalians out there. Uh, today is June 3rd, 2020, and I'm your host Delano. Of course, we have our other co-host here. I got Scully. We got Vato V. We got KC, Tech C, and then we also have the help/looter, our intern, Mr. David. He's joining us today. There's a reason why we have him on today. He's actually a millennial, and we're going to talk about that today. Some of the things that the millennials are doing that are making us quite proud of what's going on in our country right now. But before we begin, folks, I just want to say I want to get a few things off my chest. We on this show, we've been doing this thing for about a year and a half now, and we usually joke around on this show and talk shit and things like that, and we usually try to find the funny in everything that's going on in the world. But I have to honestly say that what's going on right now with the torture and murder of Mr. George Floyd, a human being, a black man, an American, not just African American, but an American. We need to really, really stress that. A lot of times, I mean, throughout my lifetime, we've been identified as African American, colored. In other words, I'm not even going to throw out there, but I truly believe in my mind, and I'm sure most of you on the show will agree with me, that we really need to stop doing that, even just categorizing ourselves as African American. I mean, I don't, when I talk to a white man, I don't automatically say he's a Caucasian American or a white American. You know, we call them Americans. So we need to get that in our head that we as black people are Americans too. But anyway, I'm going off on a tangent there. So I really want to address what I saw on 5/25 Memorial Day, about a week ago with Mr. George Floyd. Everybody saw, the world saw this video of this man being tortured for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. A police officer, a Minneapolis police officer, had his knee around this man's neck. We all saw it. I don't need to go into the details, but that affected me so much. In my lifetime, I usually joke around when it comes to racism. I've joked around with different friends of mine and coworkers and people like that of different ethnicities. And because I've always felt that racism was such a stupid thing. And as a comedian, I try to find the funny in everything, including racism. But this one right here really, really affected me, so much so that I'm actually at the point where that day, I decided I'm not even gonna really fuck around with that when it comes to racism. I'm not gonna joke about it anymore. I'm not going to allow people to joke around with me regarding racism, because sometimes when you do that with certain people, they take it a little bit too far. And right now I'm at the point where I may end up blowing up on somebody. I don't know, maybe that'll pass in time. I don't think so, but this has really, really affected me. When I saw that man, that police officer's knee around that man's neck, I saw my brother, I saw my uncle, I saw my cousin, I saw my son. I don't have one, but if I did, that is what I saw. That is what I envisioned. I saw a man of my color, of my persuasion, being killed on live television. And thank God we have technology today, people with their cell phones. We've joked on this show about people taking pictures or video of traumatic events and not doing anything about it. Unfortunately, the person that taped this couldn't do anything about it, because how can you police the police? This involved the police killing somebody. And thank God we have that today. That's been revolutionary when it comes to these type of things, because think of all the other George Floyds out there that have been killed in this manner, and the police write it up in a way where, hey, he was resisting arrest, so I had to do this and do that, and here's the cause and effect of that. Have a nice day, what's for lunch? That's been the situation. And thank goodness this whole thing was recorded. whoever did that was a hero, in my opinion. And I just want to say, I have mixed emotions about this because it's sad what's happened. It's sad what we saw. But what I'm extremely elated about is how the world has reacted to this whole thing. In particular, the young people of America, the new generation, the millennials. We always fuck with millennials on this show. But I got to say, and Casey talked about it earlier before we went on live, these millennials have stepped it the fuck up. They are out there. They are protesting. That's what millennials have been known to do. Yeah, they're, spoiled, and we've called them this and this and that. But they are out there. This is, as Casey said, this is their element. They are out there stepping up. They are out there speaking up for what they know is wrong. And it is time for a change. And the only way we're going to make that change is to have uncomfortable conversations about this, to talk to people of different races, and to get out there. It starts with the census. Make yourself known to society. Then it starts with voting. If you are unhappy with anything going on in your community, vote that motherfucker out, whoever it is that's not doing what you would like them to do, or that needs to do what you want them to do. Get them out of office. That's where it starts, folks. Speak your mind, say your piece, stand up for what you believe in, and change will come. And I'm so happy and I'm so proud of our millennials out there, and just everybody who's out there doing their thing and protesting this whole thing, because I think this is where I'm not gonna say it's gonna end, but serious changes will be made, and America has woken up, and they've seen the light, if you will, and hopefully something good will come out of this. That's pretty much what I wanted to say about this, gentlemen. The floor is open to you and what you like to say about this, but this is a very sad time in our country, but yet we have a lot to be thankful for regarding how our youth and how the younger generation is stepping up. And maybe this is a sign that a new America is coming, and a better America is coming for Black people and for all races of folks and all creeds and nationalities. Hopefully this is the day, folks. So there you go. The floor is yours, gentlemen.
That's it. See you guys next week.
That was
let me say this. We invited David on the show. David is our show's millennial. David, I just complimented your generation, how they're out there stepping up, protesting, speaking their minds. They're making their voices heard regarding this matter. What do you have to say for your generation as far as what they're doing right now?
I mean,
David. Don't fuck this up.
I told you guys since day one, man, we're gonna control everything we can. I mean, even though odds are against us the majority of the time, being a minority, I don't really like to use it like, oh, I'm a minority, so everything's against me. Even though sometimes it really does feel that way. But I'm honestly really, really happy with at least my community, because I come from like South Central LA. Not many people really make it out of here, but a lot of my homies and a couple of us have been protesting, and we've been getting positive feedback. Yeah, like shit's been getting haywire sometimes with the whole riots and stuff. But I mean, so far the majority has been positivity, which I love, because I'm just here for the peace and love, man, to be honest.
You sound like a Prius driver when you say that.
Like a hippie.
Let me ask you this, David. Let me ask you this. So what have you done personally to speak up against this horrible, tragic event?
Well, me, like with my aunts and uncles, like usually the older people, they're kind of harder to convince on like the whole, like, let's all be together versus I'm gonna take care of myself and I don't give a shit about anybody else. So I've been trying to like, it's harder dealing with older people, because they were really very like my dad lived through like the whole fucking like Rodney King riots, and he's just like, it's so crazy to see this shit happen all over again.
Yeah.
And I'm telling him like, yeah, man, like this is time to like put all the BS aside, put all the all the things that's been told to us to hate each other, like what they say, even though we really don't. Mm-hmm. And then it's just time to like come together and override whatever we don't like. And then he's
Yeah.
just like, honestly, you're right. Even though my dad's super hard headed and so are some of my uncles and aunts, it's just I just been picking at their brain little by little and it's starting to work. And then signing petitions, I donated like $100-200 the other day.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
little things. I don't got much money, but you know,
Yeah.
donated something.
There's, the Rodney King riots were. This is nothing compared to that because that was just Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Parts of the area. This is right now. I read something that there's protesting in 50 states right now. It's across the country that's going on. It's not just Los Angeles.
It's across the world. It's across the world.
You got France.
Yeah.
You got Italy. You got a bunch of people all over the world doing this protest, and it's an amazing movement, man. Believe it or not, you know what I mean?
It really is.
But see, I see it like this, and I understand the movement, and I understand there has to be change because throughout this whole time, there has not been any kind of anything going on. They say, yeah, we're gonna change. Nothing happens. Whether it's your race, whether it's we're all humans, man. We're all human beings. But the fucked up thing is this, okay? There's gonna be bad apples everywhere, regardless of the fact. When you do movements like that, you have motherfuckers that are looting and fucking up the communities and fucking driving up on cars and just jacking shit and fucking up people's livelihoods, fucking people up just because of the color of their skin, and they have nothing to do with what the fuck is going on.
Yep.
You got officers getting hurt. You got a bunch of people getting hurt for a movement, and I understand that. That's the wrong way to go about it. Throwing shit, fucking doing shit. I don't know, man. It bugs me both ways because I understand both parties. I understand both sides. You know what I'm saying?
When you say both sides, V, are you talking about the looters?
No. Fuck the looters. Fuck the looters. I'm
just
talking
making sure.
about the protesters, the ones that are doing peaceful protests, and the ones that are and the officers. Because I have friends like all you guys are my friends. We're different races. You know what I'm saying? We understand each other. You know what I mean? And like you said, D, there's lines you don't cross when it comes to being disrespectful.
Right.
Because we're all human beings. You know what I mean? Whether you wear a badge or whether it's the color of your skin or whatever it is, man. The fucked up part is you got dumb fucks out there that are fucking it up for everybody else. Whether it's officers, like these dumbasses that fucked it up, that started this whole bullshit, but this whole shit has been stemming for many, many years. It's not just them, And then you got fucking looters that fuck it up for their own race. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's everybody across the board. It's not just blacks that are fucking looting. You know what I mean? You got Hispanics, you got whites, you got all fucking colors, man. Fucking it up for the rest of us.
Yeah.
Fucking it up for the people that are protesting in peace and want change.
You know one thing I'm happy about that the news is the media is showing and explaining to folks that these looters have nothing to do with these protesters. These looters have nothing to do with Black Lives Matter. These people are doing this criminal element of society are doing this on their own. And you actually have organized looters out there. What do they call it? Antifa or Antifa? I'm sorry, Antifa. Yeah, these people are out there organizing all these different facets of negativity and trying to make the Black Lives Matter movement and the protesters look bad in this whole situation. They're out there, starting all this looting and just trying to give that message that, hey, see what happens when you try to protest and you try to say things that you want to stand up for. This is what can happen. All that whole thing, that whole negative element, criminal society, they're trying to make us look bad, but the media is letting the viewers know that these people have nothing to do with the protesters. Thankfully, they're doing that because a lot of people who would see that would automatically link those two groups together, and that's not the way to go.
I understand. I definitely understand.
Who's playing a TV or a radio or something? I'm hearing that in the background.
Look,
it's Casey's background.
Oh, okay. Kind of loud, Casey.
Let me show you something. This is the looters. Right here. Gators. Kids with skateboards.
Yeah. See? Well, like V said, it's all kinds of, see, there's somebody who's standing up.
He's telling them get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
seeing that, but that's the shit though. You got people that are out there doing some stupid shit. They're taking the opportunity, you know, because they know that the cops are somewhere else, worried about other shit, and these fuckers are fucking taking advantage of the situation. You know what I'm saying? And we've seen videos where fuckers are like, "Oh, I don't give a shit about George. You know, what is he to me? Like, I'm just doing this shit just to fuck around and, you know, get mine or whatever." Like,
yeah.
But that looks bad, and it looks bad. Like, regardless of the fact, yeah, they're youngsters, but this shit here says a lot. It's gonna say a lot about what the fuck is going on in the world right now. You know what I mean? Because people are not gonna see, oh, his fucker's looting and he's black. Well, this fucker's looting and he's Mexican. This fucker's looting and he's white. Look what the fuck they're doing. You know what I'm saying? That's a problem. There's gonna be bad apples out there. That's the fucking problem. And then fucking setting shit on fire. And come on, man.
But you know what though? You know what, V? You know what I'm loving, man? I'm loving, and I sent you guys a group text on this the other night. I said, turn on the news. The first day of protesting, those looters got away with all kinds of shit, breaking in stores in Long Beach, the Pike, all over LA. But that second night, when they put that curfew out, LAPD, the sheriff's department, they got them motherfuckers lined up. Cars lined up, blocking traffic. I heard they're poking their tires out, pulling them out of the cars. You're breaking curfew. They're deciphering who the peaceful protesters, the law abiders are, between the folks who are disobeying the law and deciding to stay out. I'm not saying everyone who broke curfew is a looter or a bad person, but the LAPD is like, fuck it, take them all in and we'll figure out who the looters are and we'll figure out who the good people are once we arrest your ass and take you into the station. So the police did a great job lining these people up and bringing them in and, and figuring out who the bad element is from there. But if you break curfew anyway, you're disobeying the law. So you're going to at least get some type of citation or something like that. But
I was listening to a couple of days ago. They held a press conference. All the police chiefs in the entire LA County. You got the LA County sheriff, and then you have the LAPD chief, and then you have a bunch of all these other chiefs from the surrounding neighborhoods. There was one chief. She said that there was a looter that went into a specific store to loot, take shit. His stupid ass dropped his backpack, and he had his fucking ID, and he had all his information on there because all the bullshit he was doing. Fucking dumb fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was funny to me, man. That was funny.
I like to see when they break in a grocery store and there's only one way in and one way out, and the police just go in there and just wait right there for
you saw that shit?
them to come out like rats.
Yeah, they do that shit. I saw that shit. They got the motherfuckers like, you dumbass.
Dumbass. I mean, try to figure out a different exit. I mean, that's why they're doing this stupid shit. That's their mentality because they're dumb. They're dumbass people, man. So anyway, V, we're doing a lot of talking here, you and I. What else do you other folks have to say? Todd, Scully, you've been a little quiet. KC, what's up?
I'm fucking tired and angry. I just am, man. It's you guys, everything you guys said, man, I can't disagree with any of it. I wish there was something I could because I have fun disagreeing with shit, but
I'm sure something will come up you'll disagree with.
Oh, it will. I mean, like you guys are talking about what's really happening on the streets, and you're kind of staying away from the bad portions of it, which I feel the media is focusing too much on the looting and the rioting because they get more clickbait off that. So, those guys should be shot on sight. It's sad that business owners are willing to just lock their doors and go home and wonder what's happening overnight. They should be in there protecting their business and taking those motherfuckers out, and it will stop. I guarantee you, protect your business and it will stop.
They should allow business owners to be essential workers and out there protecting their property and let them stand in front of their property with a double barrel shotgun ready to shoot a motherfucker. As soon as one of these skaters see that shit, they're on their way to the next business. I agree.
Even when they do you guys know I don't do orders well. But they're even saying if you're going to and from work, the curfew you're exempt. So hire me. I'll sit inside your business with a fucking weapon. It will not get vandalized.
Great job, actually.
I mean, if you go home, and we learned this with the virus too, and I know we all have different opinions on that too. If anyone ever goes home and just sits there afraid and trying to pretend that they're safe, it's not a good outcome, man. It's just, whether it's short term or long term, it's not going to be a good outcome. And it's sad to me, dude. And it's tired. I think about it every day, and I'm tired, man. I'm tired. I'm tired of all of it.
You know what, Scully? You said something right there. You're tired. You're tired. You're tired. That's how the country feels right now. That attitude of being tired of being hemmed up and being in the house and following the government's orders and all this. People are, that it's been a perfect storm with the coronavirus and the government commanding people to stay home. And then this happens, and that's just that log on the fire that just started the whole thing, man. And people bust it out.
Crazy. And I'm not even in my house, man. I do my daily shit. Not much has changed. It saddens me and angers me to see other people conducting themselves that way. It's just like, fuck, stand up, man. Stand up for yourself. Don't sit here and hope the government does the right thing, because the government isn't doing the right thing. And
give a shit.
We're blaming the police. I can get really emotional about it, so make sure I don't go on for too long. But it's not just the police, and there's some bad apples out there. But the problem is the government runs the police. All right, people, listen to this. It's not the department, okay? It's the cities. It's your city officials. It's your mayor. It's your governor. It's those local people that are responsible for sweeping all of this under the rug for years and fucking decades. So to get mad at one person, yeah, that's a bad fucking person. I don't know how in this instance, or all the other thousands that happen throughout the year, people get in that frame of mind. But the bottom line is the government and local governments are running it and allowing it. And they're not fucking prosecuting these fucking people.
Yep.
And that's the fucking problem. Not the color of your skin. I mean, I changed the color of mine. Look, different colors on it.
It's like they asked some kid on the news, well, how can this change occur? And this kid said something so straight up. It was a one-liner, and it just summed everything up. He said, "Stop fucking killing black people."
Right.
Bam. Period.
And
That's
stop killing all people, because you could, and I don't want to go that, all lives matter and all this crap and this, that, and the other thing and all the fucking bullshit. But yeah, just stop. They could really help themselves by just not stop punishing people for unconstitutional laws. Don't go policing people. Don't checkpoints, all that stuff, all of that policing, checkpoints, anything you want to bring up. That is not, there hasn't even been a crime and you're out there fucking with people. So first identify the stuff that puts police out on the street just to fuck with people. And a lot of it's money. I get it. It's quotas. You want to cite people. So you go out there and you try to find shit. That's not okay, man. We all know. So check this out. So if there's a cop car there and the Lakers just won, fucking we get out there, I walk by and spit on the car, and then Tech C comes by and keys it, and he's like, yeah, fuck that. And then V comes by and throws a rock, and then the next guy comes by and says, rock, I'm gonna throw a brick through the fucking window. It all escalates, man. So even the smallest actions of injustice cause what we're fucking seeing, man. And it has to start over. You gotta start at the beginning and rework it.
Start fresh. I don't know what else to say. We gotta start fresh, because there's a lot of shit, and I get it, man, because we're law enforcement. We get it. There's a lot of shit that has to change. I understand that shit. But I also see the other side of the law where, like, you got people out there that are doing stupid shit as well. Like, and it looks bad. It looks bad on an officer if he shoots and kills somebody. If he shoots somebody and it's justified, you know what I mean? And it looks bad because, it just looks bad. Fucking killing somebody, you think somebody's gonna go out there and just wants to kill somebody just to kill somebody? Some people are gonna do that shit, but I don't see officers going out there being like, I'm gonna go kill somebody today just because I can. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why this officer is being charged with second degree. because first degree would be premeditation. You know,
Yeah.
my goal is to go out there and kill somebody. But second degree would be like, you know, a situation that occurred here where, you know, all of a sudden you are in a situation and you just decide to kill somebody right there at the spur of the moment. I mean, the way this dude's knee was on this black man's neck, you would have thought he fucked his wife or something, or some black man fucked his wife or something like that. And he's just like, I'm ready to kill these motherfuckers, you know?
Careful, Delano. Careful.
That was yeah.
Huh?
He said, "Careful, Delano, because you know."
Why? What?
Fuck your wife. I'm gonna fuck your wife.
I'm Tyrone. I just fucked your wife.
No.
Now you're fucking torturing me and killing me right now.
Yeah. See,
Yeah, he killed that
problem,
motherfucker like he's Tyrone.
That shit, dude. These officers, and like I said before, man, these officers not started, but that was like the icing of the cake where like, enough is enough. Enough is enough. And I understand that. You know what I'm saying? But not all fucking officers are bad. I'm gonna keep on saying this. Everybody's saying everybody's bad.
I want to show something. This is what pissed the fuck off of me. From me, I was just, you know, just watching this was bad, dude. Look at these cops right here. There's this old guy comes up right here. Right here, this old guy right here. Look at him.
Yeah.
Watch what they do. They've knocked him down, dude. What the fuck was that about? Why would they have to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Tech, that's what pissed you off?
Hey, hang on, I'll be right back. We just had an earthquake.
Oh, earthquake. We're having an earthquake.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Yeah,
Right.
I felt it.
I don't feel it.
It
Yeah,
just
we're having
shook
an
the whole
earthquake.
house while you were talking.
I just felt it too.
My bad, I farted.
Dude, hey, Tech.
Yeah.
Tech, what did I say last week when you and I were talking? I said, with what's going on in the world right now, we had COVID. Okay, first of all, we had Kobe, and it's getting higher and higher. We had Kobe, then we had COVID. Now we have this. What's next? Some type of natural disaster, an earthquake is going to occur?
Let's
There you
do
go.
it. Fuck
There it is
it.
right
Let's
there.
do it. Bring it.
2020
There it is right there.
2020 is like coming with haymakers right now, man. I'm not saying it completely kicking our ass, but it got some lefts and rights. It got hands. It got hands.
It's hitting us with the Mike Tyson combo.
No, that was
Exactly.
funny because it
That's
hit
good.
here, and I'm like, what the hell? And then a couple seconds later, V's like, whoa.
As soon as that old man got tossed to the ground, I felt the shake. I'm like, damn, Tech, what kind of technical skills is that, man? You made us, that was like some 3D shit. Like you actually felt the rumble, man.
That was from the lockdown. That guy turned out with a big ass. He hit the ground and caused a fucking tremor.
Hey, KC, what's on your mind, man? You're quiet. You didn't even move during the earthquake.
I know.
I like
Still on his
earthquakes.
phone.
I like earthquakes.
As a fellow black man, what's on your mind, brother? I spoke my mind. Speak your mind.
I just think about this whole process. I mean, it's like I went from being disgusted, rage, saddened, embarrassed. And then now I'm at this point where I'm like, okay, I see a lot of hope. I see there's gonna be a lot of good. I think cops are gonna come out of this looking a lot better because we've seen a lot of exceptional police officers. And I think that's something people need to point out more. There's been some excellent policemen to step up and show some humility, be able to show that they're not just gonna back somebody because they're a cop. And I think a lot of ways people need to bring that into politics. I was very hard on the youth. I didn't think that we had a youth that wasn't, I thought our youth was more selfish, more into themselves, more into their brand, their name. But what's actually they're showing me they might be a lot stronger than my generation because we went through this and we didn't protest as long as these kids did.
Yep.
And these kids are really showing that they're going to vote now. They can't wait to vote. They're showing that they have compassion. They're showing that they are aware of society and surroundings. they don't quit. And, you know, that's these, I mean, I talked bad about the kids. I thought this was going to be something where we're just going to come out worse. And I think we all can learn a lot from this generation. They're definitely, they have a lot of unity. And I think what's going to come out is we're going to be a better society. And I didn't think I was going to ever say that. I think they're going to make us a better society. And I'm very proud of them.
Wow.
I've got nieces out there. I got nephews out there. And I was just like, you know, telling them, don't be stupid. And they're like, we got it. I mean, they're telling me, just sit back and relax. We got it. And we're not going to stop. And their stamina is very uplifting. They stood in front of the president. They're not going for his bullshit. I'm going from, I mean, I'm still upset and disappointed, but I'm kind of proud of these kids. I'm very proud of them. I didn't think they were going to be the generation to have the cojones to do shit like this, and they're shutting me up.
You know, usually KC, the generation before the next generation always talks shit about that generation, how, you know, they're lesser than. But I think with what these millennials and, you know, are doing in regarding to Generation X, our generation, this is probably the first time in history where they're showing us up, man. You said it. They're making us look. They're making us look.
I've seen kids stand in front of the police and just stand there look them in the eye. They know they're gonna get arrested. They're like, okay, this is what I believe in, and it's very uplifting. I'm very proud of them. I think if anything, I truly believe we're gonna have a better society, and they're truly showing as a group that they don't see race. They're all about good. They're all about making it better. And
I agree.
Very impressed with them.
I totally agree with that.
Very impressed with them. I don't know what else to say.
How about this fuckhead?
You know.
I mean, yeah. Well, you know.
I think we need to talk about how this guy is handling this, though.
Handling it, man.
I don't understand him as a leader.
He's not handling shit. And it's like, look, man, I'm not trying to say that whether I'm the Republican or Democrat. I don't give a fuck who's in office, man. The thing is that people got to take care of shit. You know what I'm saying? If you're a leader, you got to take care of your people. This motherfucker right here has divided this country unbelievably. And it's unbelievably sad. And what's happening in our country, other countries follow, they mimic us. They're laughing at this country right now as to what the fuck is going on with the leadership of the United States of America. They're laughing at us.
Well, he's making it about him when he shouldn't.
This fucker
it's kind of tacky.
Yeah, that fucker thinks it's a reality show. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like the picture that you show right now. See, This motherfucker. There were people outside the White House protesting peacefully, and this vato decided to just started shooting fucking, you know, tear gas and pushing people out of the way, all because he wanted to walk across the way to take a fucking picture with a Bible. Are you serious right now?
Right.
What the fuck was that all about?
Yeah.
For ratings? Because I'm gonna hold the Bible and I'm a good. Fuck you. God is probably like, fuck you. I should throw a fucking lightning on your ass right now. You're gonna burn.
Well, you know,
keep in mind, that's politics, man. That's what they do. It's not just.
But this is some new type shit.
Yeah. I mean, he's an asshole, man. He's quoting what he does, but like for me, I try to keep things in perspective and not get emotional, but I do anyway, obviously. But he doesn't have the control people think he has, and that kind of saddens me too. That everyone focuses on one person, and I don't care if it's him or someone else, dude. It's our government. Our government, dude. It's Democrats and Republicans designed to fucking divide the people, dude. But it's two different wings on the same fucking bird. Like those people, they don't give a fuck. And Trump, he's in an election year trying to figure out how the hell he's even going to rally.
That motherfucker's not gonna. If he,
I don't feel any of the Bushes would have acted like this. Nope. I don't feel like
Clinton.
Nah, he's a different cat.
Obama.
I don't think any of them would have taking this moment to make it about him. I think, I mean, for example, I am so impressed with that police chief of Minneapolis, how he went down there, knowing that his station, his officers caused this problem. That was some balls. He went down there, he faced people, and I mean, at that moment, he didn't know if motherfuckers were gonna jump him or not. Yeah. And he went down there, took his hat off, apologized, talked to the family. That's leadership. If anything, if Trump went down there and talked to these kids, would nobody pack him? They would have looked at the moment like, okay, he's trying to show some type of compassion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The only time he stepped out to talk is go for that little photo op, and where is he now?
Yeah,
you know what he said. You know what he said about
for any government.
You know what he said about going down that bunker. He fucking defend. You know how he went down in the bunker because a bunch of people were in front of the White House protesting and they wanted to break in, right? So this motherfucker said that, oh, I didn't go down to the bunker. I did, but I went down there to inspect him. Like,
no, you know what though? That's a distraction though, bro, and that's why I'm tired. Okay, because that has nothing to do with anything, and everybody's focused on it. Yeah. It has nothing to do with anything that's happening in the streets.
What doesn't have anything to do with anything?
Whatever the fuck the president is doing right now.
Nobody. Well, yeah, it does. He's the president.
You cannot lessen the value of being a president.
Exactly. You're the president of the United States.
You can't say that. He is an elected leader. Maybe we all didn't want him to be, but that's his role.
No.
If you were president, I know you would be down there like, listen, this is some fucked up shit, and you'd be the one president cussing like, this is some bullshit. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this, and we would respect you for that, Todd.
President Scott.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
No, I'm with you guys on that. I'm just saying I try to tune out the noise, and what he's doing is noise. Like, the reason this all started is because of an officer in a police department, and I don't agree with the chief. Fuck him, dude. I don't care if he went down there. He should have been jumped because he's responsible. It's his department. All those guys were cool with it. If they were all comfortable with it, he is responsible.
It's actually it's some police union that won't allow them to do changes. It's deeper than him. Minneapolis police system is crazy because they got some legislation problems. They got a union that's like, we're not changing shit.
Yeah,
and they talked about how every police chief is trying to change the training and stuff for Minneapolis, and their union won't allow it.
Right.
Here's why.
All I'm saying is, don't focus on Trump. Just who gives a fuck, dude? He's gonna do whatever he does. You got to focus on the root of the problem because it isn't him. It's been going on for decades, and there's a reason for it. It's the city officials, it's the mayor, it's the local government. They're all sweeping it under the rug, man.
Okay, Scully, let me say this. Okay, I know you're trying to take the attention off of Trump or whatever because that might be your boy. I don't know.
About him.
Okay, Trump is the president of the United States who, when he ran for president, he incited a lot of racism against immigrants, black folks, all this type of stuff. He incites a lot of these things. Okay, he kind of adds fuel to the fire. So now that the shit has hit the fan and racism has reached its peak, or people are at least speaking against it, this would be the perfect time for him to come in as the leader of the free world, show his leadership, show his strength, okay? And I'm not talking about strength as far as flashbanging people and shooting rubber pellets at folks and that type of thing because you're a bitch.
Yeah, dominate us.
Yeah, show some type of leadership of togetherness that we need. We need to hear that one voice from our government, from our leader, okay? And that would have appeased a lot of people. That would have appeased a lot of this anger that's going on in the world, but he didn't, okay? Instead, he came out with a different use of force. And, using military against, that hasn't been used since 1806. Okay. And him using that had nothing to do with the reason why it was used in 1806. He did it so he can get a photo op, a fucking photo op across the street.
It's interesting. I didn't mean to interrupt. He said that the world's laughing at us. I don't see it that way. I think
world's laughing at him.
Our kids have inspired other countries to get involved.
Yes.
Our kids have inspired Paris, London, Germany, all these other countries, seeing our kids out there standing up, and they're following our kids.
Yes.
Yep. You know, I get what you guys are saying. I'm not even disagreeing or trying to take attention off him. I'm just saying we all agreed that this shit has been going on for decades. So how can someone who's been around
it's been going on for decades.
Problem.
But I think we're gonna come out better when all this is over. I really feel it.
The thing that amazes me as well is, you know, you're right. Like we need a leader that's gonna be leading the country and speaking. Hey, you know what? Let's not do this. Let's do this better. Blah blah blah. You know, he's doing the total opposite. Why is it that we have former presidents like Obama, Bush? They're coming out and talking. And
fucking Bush, George Bush had to come out and speak. That motherfucker. It's that bad.
Like, what the fuck? I was like, wow, even fucking Bush is saying like, hey, let's not fucking around, motherfuckers. Like, what the fuck we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's make change. Like, those are the type of leaders that we need in that fucking house right now.
Except for
we
Bush.
Don't have that. We don't have that shit. Bush was bad. Hey, Bush was bad. I'm not gonna lie. Bush was bad.
Yeah.
But this guy's making Bush look like a genius, man.
You know, one thing I got to give Bush credit for is 9/11. When that shit happened, Bush was only in the office for like a few months. He gave a speech. He went down to the actual bombing site.
Ground Zero, yeah.
Yeah, Ground Zero, and gave such a great speech. That was probably the highlight of his presidency. I got to give him credit for that. I mean, everything else, you know, it's questionable. And what happened after that is definitely questionable. But Trump, there is not one proud moment. I mean, I got a $1,200 check. Thank you. That's it. That's it. That's
is
all
that
I
what
can
we're,
say.
but hold on, though. Is that what the fuck we're worth? $1,200?
Yeah.
I don't think so, man. Yeah. Other fucking corporations got millions of dollars for what? For what the fuck did they give millions of dollars for? And all the little small businesses, mom and pop stores, they're done. They're done. They're gone. That's it.
Yeah.
They're shut down. Now what? What the fuck are they gonna do? They can't rehire the people. You have 40 million people out of a job. 40 million. 110,000 people dead from this COVID shit. You know what I'm saying? And all that shit rests in your shoulders. When you're talking about I'm the best and and because of me this shit happened and because of me you guys are fuck you, bro. Like fuck.
You know that he doesn't have.
He's a dictator.
That's my problem, dude. We have to fix us. He doesn't have the authority to change what happened here in California. The governor does.
Yeah. I tell you what, speaking of California, Southern California and Los Angeles has been stepping it up. Oh, somehow we took control of this whole shit. It's like we're now the forefront of all of this.
Oh, yeah, everybody's on curfew and sitting at their fucking house with no job, and that's why all they're out there. That's the fucking problem. That's why I get mad, is because it's not the feds, dude. It's local government. So like you say, oh, let's get people out of office. Okay, pick on the president, whatever. He's out, dude. If he loses, he's out. If he wins, he's out in 4 years. He means dick to me. Like there's be somebody new in there. What about the governor, dude? Look how long this state is destroyed. The governor totally fucking shut down our economy and took away people's fucking jobs. That wasn't the feds. It wasn't the federal Republicans or the federal Democrats. That was fucking Gavin Newsom and his
but what was he supposed to do, Scully? There's a disease that's going around that's killing people.
The whole existence.
What is he supposed to do? Just say go work and have fun and let's just be free? This is some new shit. No, there's no blueprint.
No, it's not.
What is he supposed to do?
Just came out today. Over 50% of the deaths came from nursing homes.
One day we woke up and here people are dying from this shit, and then he was like, he freaked the fuck out. Of course he did. He was like, okay, I gotta shut this shit down. We gotta figure it out.
Dude, he destroyed San Francisco before he even got in that fucking office, dude. And it's not a Democrat Republican thing. You have to fucking be able to get shit done. The same thing you're saying about Trump has to do with him also. I mean, so let's not pick sides again. Because
I like our governor. I like our governor and I like our mayor. So that's where I stand on that.
I think our governor and our mayor are showing way more leadership than our president of the United States.
Shut it all down. Go home, people. Be pussies.
Well,
Go home. Use your business.
Yeah. Like Casey said, what was he supposed to do? This is called the new COVID-19, meaning nobody knows anything about this shit. What the fuck is this?
Okay, so you're listening to too much
let's
okay, so
it's science, Scully. Yeah. Scully, this is science. Until you give me something to back up that this is bullshit or people aren't dying or this is a conspiracy theory all set up by the government, until I get some actual facts on this whole thing that you're saying, then I'm going to go with what I'm being told. I'm going to do the natural thing. I'm going to take precautions against this new COVID-19. And I'm going to listen to my leader, my true leaders, people who are actually leading.
Leaders.
And instead of somebody who's up there talking about how he's the best and he's this and all this bullshit and this fucking dictator of a president.
Shit.
You know,
the doctors keep thinking we're still opening it up too early. The Dr. Fauci's like, I don't know. We shouldn't even do it yet. We need more time.
You know what I do? Do you know why I talk the way I do? Because I go straight to the CDC and then I Google things. I don't go to the media. So all you have to do, check this out, dude. I don't need to be the one to tell you, and I'd rather people look it up themselves. Just look at how many deaths in each area and compare it to the population. That's your percentage of deaths. If you have 40 million people and 2,000 have died, you haven't even brushed a 0.5% of deaths. It's nothing, dude. It's nothing. I did the math. That's what I'm going off of. That's data.
Yeah, but
going
back to
did you include at the rate it's coming out? Are you doing it at the rate? Or is it just like a number? You're like, oh, it's only 2,000 people.
Well, no, because infections don't matter. I mean, we get infected with over 150 viruses every fucking year. There's over 150 viruses in circulation, and we've never shut the economy down. Why did we shut the economy down?
What's that, Scully?
Because the doctor said, Dr. Fauci said so.
Why did we shut the economy down? Is what you ask?
Yeah. So if this is just like any other virus, then why we shut the economy down?
No. This is the new COVID-19. We don't know shit about what this is. All we know is it's related to SARS, and it's moving rapidly at a pace that we don't know. We don't know how fast this thing is going to move. Yeah, it may be 2,000 now. Tomorrow it could be 8,000. Then this shit can grow into a whole thing that can kill us all off. Who knows? But just to be safe, let's take these precautions. Yeah, it's going to hurt our economy, and that's why they're trying to open it up a little bit now. And Scully, I agree with you that some of this may be, because at first I didn't believe they should shut the whole economy down.
None of it.
I didn't believe they should do that. Now they're starting to try to open it back up in stages. I agree with what they're doing now. But like Casey said, what else could they have done?
It's a virus.
What's that, Tech?
They didn't know anything about it. They didn't know how to fight it. How do you?
Right. They didn't know shit. This is like trying to fight Mike Tyson blind. Like what the fuck is coming at me? Bam! Whoa, where you at? I don't see. All I can do is go in the corner and hide until I figure this shit out. And that's what
get knocked out.
Or get knocked out.
So here's my question, and I'm not trying to tell you guys, I'm not trying to force an opinion or anything. I have questions. They've confirmed that it was around in October. So in 4 months, it's been a year. They know plenty.
I thought it was February.
It's October. They found out in October.
It's October.
They found out about this COVID-19 in October?
They found out about it in October, but they didn't really say anything until December.
When did it hit the country, though? It didn't hit.
They hit the
first
country
case
like February.
February, right?
Maybe March.
Yeah.
February.
So they could have done something in October, maybe, but they probably didn't. Again, this is a new COVID. This is a new thing. They didn't know. They probably thought this was just like SARS.
That goes back to the president. He shut down the funding for all those virus control and all that shit.
Exactly.
That shit got down by his ass because he thought that wasn't important.
Yep, exactly.
Well, I mean, it's been
Exactly.
shut down, to be honest with you guys,
No,
dude. It's
no,
been
it's not
shut down
true.
for years.
It's not true. There was a fund for it. They were researching for it, and then he just completely shut that whole shit down.
Yep.
Hey, he's shutting down the World Health Organization now. He's not sending them money anymore. Like, what the
just
fuck?
like-
I'm a fan of that. I really am.
See, every president does something that fucks up society in some way. Ronald Reagan is responsible for the homeless situation right now because he shut down all the mental health facilities in the 80s, and now and just threw these people out in the street. All these people have mental health issues, and now to this day, we have so many homeless people who have mental health issues and nowhere to go and because all these mental health facilities have been shut down. So Trump, the president, and the president after him, who knows, Biden, whoever it is going to do something that's going to fuck up society in some kind of way.
Hey,
And
by the
Trump,
way,
That's where I'm coming from, man. It's just we need to focus on the issue, not the person.
hey, by the
Like,
way,
I don't give a fuck about
change
him.
subject.
I don't give a fuck about Obama. I don't give a fuck about any president. They can all suck a dick, and I'm pretty sure they all do.
Well, hey, one of them did get their dick sucked, so it's okay.
no, he got his dick sucked. He didn't suck a dick.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. One of them got his dick sucked. Hey, by the way,
That's all right.
the fucking earthquake was a 5.5 on the Richter scale. I just
Where did it hit? Where
hit
Barstow?
up there in the home in
Scully?
Scully's pad out there.
I farted.
There you go.
Hey, when that shit hit, Scully disappeared for like 2 seconds, man. Like he was ready to take cover. And
I gotta check on my people.
your
Yeah,
person.
that was pretty strong, man. You felt that shit like, oh shit, okay. Fuck.
Yeah, you guys. So that location is the same location those last big ones last summer hit up
That's
in
not the
Ridgecrest
fall
area.
That's
Remember
a lot-
those big ass 7-pointers?
Why do
Yeah.
earthquakes hate redneck white people, man? Earthquakes and tornadoes.
I think it's the military. So there's a big mine up there, and there's China Lake, which is a big
military base.
military base. Yeah. So it's probably them. They're probably like, remember Trump went 5 stories down into the bunker?
Yeah.
These guys are probably like 20 stories into the ground, and they're burrowing tunnels and blowing shit up.
Probably.
Wow. Hey, David.
Also along the fault line too. San Andreas.
Yeah, it's right there.
Hey, David.
Yeah.
Hey, don't just let us argue, bro. David, jump in here.
Talk, man. Be a man, boy. Be a man.
If we're gonna have a beard like that, you better have an opinion.
we brought you on this show for a reason.
Thumbs up to the protesters. Fuck the looters. That's about it for me.
Hooters?
Wow, that was deep. That was so deep and insightful.
Balls deep.
Balls deep. Balls deep.
Oh shit!
Hey, David. So we talked about a lot of shit, man. We talked about politics. We talked about the protest and
Fuck the
that type of thing.
Earthquakes.
Earthquakes. What would you say? What advice would you give future generations, and what advice would you give Generation X? That's our generation. That's me, Tech, Vato V, Scully, and KC. What advice would you give to us?
For the older generation,
Yeah, well,
I
tell
say
us.
be more open-minded. Because a lot of older folks, they're very fucking hard-headed. Like, very fucking hard-headed. So I say, yeah, for the old people, y'all should be more open-minded, more.
Said y'all. What the fuck?
He said old people. He said old people.
He said
I
y'all.
resemble that
If
remark.
you're past 25, you should.
That's enough of him.
Hey, I resemble that old remark, David, and old people, us Generation X, we are open-minded. Keep this in mind. We're the ones that are heavily fucking armed, and we haven't brought our guns out yet. So you're welcome.
How do you feel about they shut down the jobs and stuff, David? How did that hit you?
Yeah, that's a big
Virus.
Shit, bro, fuck, I'm out here struggling, bro. I'm eating fucking pennies for breakfast and shit.
Damn.
I haven't had I know. I haven't had a job since March 13th. So I've been out for a cool minute.
David, I thought about you, man. And when I was your age, in my 20s, if you tried to keep me in the house and keep me from pussy and keep me from going out and working, I was working at your age, dude, I would be out there protesting too. even if this shit didn't go down, I'll just be out there protesting, man.
I mean, I still travel.
Just to get out the house.
I travel. I mean, I don't give a fuck. COVID got me already, and I'm still alive, so I don't give a shit.
You had it?
I'm pretty sure I had that shit. Like, I'm more than 100% sure I had that shit.
Hashtag me too.
Yeah, but fuck.
You was throwing up alone, dude.
Well, you were sick? How sick were you?
Bro, I was bleeding from my nose. I had crazy temperature. I was fucking dying.
And did you go to the doctor?
Nah, fuck that.
He's Mexican. He don't go to no fucking doctor.
I don't know.
That's brilliant.
Bro, they
Have insurance.
put Vaporu on my chest, drank a 7-Up, eat some
That's right.
soup,
If you
and I was good to go next week.
if you took the penis out of your ass, you'd been all right.
See, I like it. I like it when David's on the show because Texie's energy is geared towards insulting him and not me. So, David, we always love having you on the show, man. You like Texie's dummy.
You're just on you're just like an iceberg right now. You're like ice. I don't want to break you right now, dude.
Yeah. You know what? I gotta say, Texie, man, he called me. He hit me up on a personal basis. He felt my pain. He let me vent about some things that day. He's a really good friend, and I really appreciate that. And you know, that's what it's all about, man. That gave me faith in Mexicans. So. See, I'm getting back to my old shit, man. I guess I said I wasn't gonna do that anymore.
You said you were gonna be racist anymore.
I know. I'm sorry. I can't help it. It's in my nature, man. It's in my nature.
I want you to tell your joke on air right now. You only talked about earlier. One day we talked.
I said that shit to them, and they didn't even laugh, man. Okay, all right. So
here's a joke.
Here's my joke. All right. So I was out at the protest, and I saw this real fine white girl. Right? She had a black, hashtag love black men shirt and all this type of stuff. She's out there, Black Lives Matter. I'm like, damn, she's kind of cute. So I went up to her. I'm like, hey, what's up, girl? You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. You out here, for the cause, digging black men and everything. I really appreciate that. Why don't we go out sometime? And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I don't date black guys. So what the fuck? It says on your t-shirt that you do. So that's why I approached her. But anyway.
Oh, man. That's
so
funny.
Anyway, folks, that is our show. It looks like our time. David, thanks for joining us. Hey, we always love having you, man. You're always invited, especially now. You know that, right?
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm just never home, bro. I'm out in Vegas, San Diego, Arizona.
He's out looting.
Out looting and shit. Out looting.
If you don't have a job, who's paying for all this shit?
Exactly.
David,
exactly.
David, where the fuck my shoes, bro? I said 10.5 Vans.
Look when the shoe stores and they're looting. You see David come out.
I know. He's there.
That fucker probably hit.
I got you guys. Next time I go.
All right.
Hey guys, I gotta say, yeah.
I had a response to your joke.
What's that?
That woman don't date black men because their penises are too big. They like white guys. Our penises, white guys' penises are big enough to keep a woman around, but small enough to keep us out of porn.
Hey, if they had a rule out saying that, social distancing had to go by penis size, then a lot of white men would have coronavirus.
That's probably how I got it.
3 inches, does 3 inches count? 3-inch social distancing? Anyway, so you know what, man? Y'all bringing that shit out of me. I said I wasn't going to be racist. All right. Hey, guys, I got to say, it was great talking to you. You guys cheered me up, man. Y'all my boys. KC, I appreciate the love. Scully, I appreciate. Oh, shit, before we get out of here, we got to do. Yes, sir. That's right, baby. That's right. Fist. David, I don't see a fist pump from you. There you go. KC, fist pump.
He's jacking off. That's why.
I wasn't done yet.
Take your dick out of your hand before you do this.
Exactly.
Hey, Scully, before we leave, we do this thing called Scully Red Rants. Red, white, and blue balls rant. So we're going to go ahead and give you the floor, Scully. You got a minute to get your rant out, buddy. Go ahead.
I really didn't want to have a rant today because I'm fucking tired, but this whole fucking stupid COVID bullshit in the schools. My daughter has to graduate tomorrow, and I got to fucking drive her up there. She can get out of the fucking car. Can't even take a picture. Only your kid can get out. Oh no, I'll get out. Wear a mask. Fuck you. And guess what? Wait, anyone with kids? Good fucking luck, because the commies are here. They want to put your kids in masks for the rest of their lives without recess and without fucking any interaction with fucking other children. Okay? That's it. Sorry, but
Scully's perfect for it. That's what I love about this show. Everybody has a voice. Everybody has a personality. Scully, you know, his redneck rants, he always gets out.
That is true, you guys. Check out the school districts, man. They're pushing this whole sit at your desk with a mask, you're no recess, no interaction. That's fucking dumbing down human society, bro, and you can't get into that. I hope you don't approve your kid getting violated like that.
There we go. There we go. Hey, KC, his personality, man, he's from Jamaica, gets his smoke on, speaks his mind. I love that guy. Vato V speaks for all my people out there, all the Mexicans out there, man. All my people. Those are my people, man. I love Mexicans. I give them a hard time on the show, man, but I love them, man. I make fun of, like I said, I joke about racism, and I say I never cross the line. Like Vatos B said earlier, he and I, we go back and forth, but we never cross the fucking line. And you have to be close, and you have to be friends, you have to be cool with somebody in order to do that, because sometimes you can joke around with people, and then they'll just say, like you'll make a joke about, Mexicans, and they'll go, nigger! And expect you to be okay with that. Fuck that. And then I got my man Tex C. That's my boy, man. I love the guy, man. He's he and I have a lot of personal conversations, man. And I know he acts like a hard ass, but he's kind of sweet.
Just a teddy bear.
And then we got David, man. Hey, he's our resident help, our resident looter, our resident millennial on the show. We've been looking for a guy before. We've been doing this show for a year and a half. We were, Texie and I, we were looking for the perfect intern for our show, man. We described him to the T, and you are the dictionary of that, my friend. You're doing a great job. We appreciate having you. And you can come back anytime. Let us know when you want to come on. Just shoot us that email, and you're on, buddy. And I guess that's it, fellas. Love you guys. For all of our Italians out there, we love you too. Thanks for watching our show. Thanks for listening to us. Thanks for letting us get these things off our chest. If you have anything to say, you can always call a friend, because you can't call us.
leave us a message. Send it to Casey. He'll fucking post it up.
There you go. Exactly.
Hit up my pages. I'll have a response. You're not going to like it, but I'll
give you
a response.
DMs.
Like that.
All right, guys. Hey, love y'all, man. Hey, y'all take care of yourselves. Be safe. And we'll talk. And we'll definitely talk to all you Italians out there next week, folks. Remember, in life, it still exists. In life, you're good. But with our help, you could be the best. See you next week, folks.
Vámonos.
Peace.